Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Judy here, and I am going to be playing with my mixed media stuff today, just making a few bookmarks, just having a little bit of fun, getting a little craft with me time, or craft with you time actually. But first I wanted to show you my box that I made. I did this right here. This picture I did on a black piece of mixed media paper, and then I made a frame for it behind it so that it would make it stand up off of this wooden book cover that I have, or wooden book that I have. Kind of made it really old, and it's got like a little gilded look to it, and yeah. So anyway, I mounted it on here. I thought it looked really cool in the box, and I think it with me putting that matte frame underneath it that's got just a little bit of a lip on it, makes this really pop out even more than it already had. And it's just really cool. When you move it around, you can see it looks almost like just really weird. It's like different every time you move it, a little bit different. So yeah, it's pretty cool. But anyway, I just wanted to show it mounted on my book. I don't know, I might have shown this picture already in one of my videos. I don't remember, but I just thought it looked really cool mounted on this. So this is for sale in my Etsy shop. If anybody is interested, I will be putting it up later on this afternoon. As soon as my video is done and I get all that taken care of, getting it uploaded, then I'm going to put it in my Etsy shop. So if you're interested, it will be there. I really would love to keep it, but I've got so many boxes and stuff. But anyway, neither here nor there. Let's go ahead and I'm going to show you what I'm going to be working on. Some mixed media bookmarks and medallions, and this is one of my bookmarks. I still have to punch a hole and put, you know, a little tassel on it if I so desire to do so. But this is one of them that I did. And here is another one I did with a tree on it. And here's ones with some flowers. And this one's all right. This is my least favorite of them all, but I'm wondering if I should have put that brown on there. I'm thinking I need to fix that. Maybe I'll do that while we're on camera. This turned out really cool. What it was is I punched some medallions out to play with and make things out of, and this is what I used, guys. It's a Tim Holtz, it's an embosser, and it also is a die cut. I've used it so many times that it's literally alligator mouth. It's like, I think I need to get a new one. You think? I lost the metal part to this one, so I can't even cut that one anymore. This one I have to keep gluing on, and last night I just kind of kept holding it on there just so I could get them cut out. So I think maybe that this is one of my best used crafting tools, and I think I need to just suck it up and put out the money and get a new one, right? So maybe I'll have a free drawing and give it away. No, I'm teasing. But anyway, so I took and used that last night. It's pretty sad looking. And I made these medallions out, which is right here. I'm going to be doing some artwork on those while we're on camera. And so it is actually, those are cut out on a canvas paper. And what I did is, after I cut them out, I had, of course, leftover canvas paper, so I didn't want to waste it. So I glued two of them together, and in between I did a piece of dyed wax paper, which my very dear, one of my best friends, like a sister to me, I should say she's just my sister, Lisa with Serious Hecka. We're really good buds, and she makes the dyed wax paper, so you might want to check out her shop. I don't think she has any right now, because I know as soon as she makes it, it's gone in the exact same day, literally. It's just beautiful, beautiful. And I will link her channel or her shop below, so you can take a look at it in the shop. And such. So yeah, anyway, so what I did is I had it so it'd be like a window, like a little cellophane window to look through. So you can see some of the stuff through the back of it that I did on the front, like some of the paint that seeped underneath the paste itself, because this was paste, texture paste, and it kind of seeped through it and made it look pretty cool. So I thought that was pretty cool, like a little window. I actually did that with this, and this is such dark wax paper, dyed wax paper, that I can see the holes when I'm looking at it, but I'd have to literally get it a certain way for you to see it through there. It's just easier not on camera. But anyway, so I thought it'd be really cool to do it with something that I could see through a little bit better. So I'm going to do some other different stuff like that with the wax paper. I really thought it turned out well. And then my little medallions. I did this seahorse, and I did this little bee, and I did a seashell, and this didn't turn out how I expected it to, so it's just kind of like there. And then this one's just a decorative metallic, different colors. So that's what I did earlier, and so I thought I'm going to get on, and I wish I would have filmed me doing these, because I just love how they turned out, and I loved what I was doing with it. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get a few out, and we're going to do a few real quick, or as quick as I can possibly go. And we'll see what we can come up with. And yeah, so what I'm going to do first of all is I need to grab some of those medallions, and I just had them literally in my hand. Oh, they're right next to me. Anyway, I have 3 of them, so I guess we'll just do 3 of those, and let's just go ahead and we'll do 1 bookmark. I have those as well. Somewhere I put them. Let me see. I put them down here. Let's see here. Some stencils. And I did have some floating around here because I had extras to do. Let me see. Give me a second. Let me find them. Okay. I couldn't find like the blank ones that I had not embossed on. But I did find actually a couple that I've embossed on. So I'm going to grab one of those, and we'll play with that one that's embossed already. And oop, nope, there they are. See, as soon as I can't find anything, and then I'm telling you, it's been a day. All right, so I've got one that's not embossed, one that's embossed. These are watercolor tags. This is actually from a sheet of canvas paper, and so let's go ahead and get it started. As you can tell, I've been playing already today. See, hands, fingers all dirty. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, my favorite thing to do is put paste on things. So I like Impasto. It's my favorite, as you can tell, and I don't have to be alarmed because I have a backup. I just got a brand new one shipped via Amazon, and I'm going to take my palette knife. I'm going to get me a nice hunk of it on there, and I am going to take, actually I'm not going to do the medallion. I'm going to do this bookmark first, get some texture on that because this has already got some. And I am going to use this. This is what they call, I think, Stompy Rocks or something like that. It's by PM Artist Studio. They make great stencils, and they also are on every Sunday at 10 Central Standard Time, and they do a bunch of fabulous mixed media. All right, so I'm going to just get that on there and bring it over the stencil, get my excess up, and then I can move on down. I'm going to go ahead and turn it sideways, make this way, and do it that way. But anyway, this weekend they are doing, working with opaque paints. And so it should be really interesting. And they're a lot of fun too. Mom and daughter team, and the mom is a retired school art teacher, and then her name's Patricia, and then Mariah, she is the daughter, and she is a graphic designer. So, I mean, you can't really go wrong watching them, and they're funny on top of it. So, I mean, it's just really a lot of fun watching them. Okay, so I've got that on there. And let's see here. Yes, they're going to be comparing and altering opaque paints composition demo. So yeah, PM Artist Studio, guys. And I like giving them a plug all the time because they're just, well, wonderful. All right, so I'm going to put the stencil over in my thing of water that I have to keep it clean. And then this one here, it already has some embossing on it, so I'm going to leave that for the moment. This has embossing as well, but I'd like to add something to it. Let's see here. What do I want to put on top of it? See what I got laying around here, if anything. I had a whole bunch of stencils out, and then I moved them. Let's see here. Okay. What's we got here? I'm going to make like a little sun on top of it. Little sun stencil. And I'm going to use my impasto for that as well. I impasto like everything, guys. It's just, I love it. I love the opaqueness of it. I love the way it dries. I love the way paint takes to it. I love everything about it. So I'm just going to put that little sun in the middle of that one. Let's see, I can just wipe that off because that was just a little bit. Don't really have to throw that in my tray. Yeah, let's see, what else can I do? We've got, it's a bee. I already did bees today. Don't want to do no more bees. All right, here, I have this stencil out for some reason. So let's just do it in this one. Let's see here. This one's an acorn. We're going to do an acorn. Fall's coming before you know it, right? All right, so we're going to stencil an acorn on that one. Yeah, make sure I got, oh no. Okay, you know what? We're just going to fix that like that, and we're going to do it again. First you don't succeed and you mess it up, you do it again. All right, here we go. It's just so little, it's hard for me to maneuver it. Okay, there we go. There we got an acorn now. This one definitely needs cleaned. I got that over, and then I got a little bit to the side, so I'm just going to scrape it off. But that's all right. It'll all turn out good in the end, so not worried about it. And then this one, let's see here. What do I want to put on that? Let's see, I got some other stencils here. These are all Stencil Girl stencils. I don't know if you've ever heard of Stencil Girl, but they have awesome stencils as well. I'm going to grab one out of here real quick. There we go. There we go. I like to keep them all together so I don't forget what I got. And I'm going to put some of this on this one. We're going to make this one real colorful. And on this one, I think what we're going to do is... all right. Even though I love my impasto, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to use a different paste. And because it's another good one. It's Light and Fluffy by TCW, and I learned of this through PM Artist Studio as well. And you guys, you know how like when you get the boxes of cereal and different bags, groceries and stuff, and or chips and stuff, and you open it up and it's like, you're like, oh my gosh, like where is all the chips? You know, I mean, that's like a ripoff. Well, that's like this Light and Fluffy. You think that there's nothing in there and you're going to have like a bag of air like you do with your chips. But you don't. I mean, it literally actually is full when you get it. So, and I obviously love it as well because I'm almost out of it. But anyways, make sure I restock when I'm getting very low so that, you know, if we have some other sort of, who knows what happens and all of a sudden Amazon can't get to my house. God forbid. All right, I'm going to clean off my palette knife. Make sure you do that every time you get done with it so it's not all icky and nasty and gross. And what I'm going to go ahead and do, oops, excuse me, hit the camera, put that in my water as well. And then I am going to go ahead and I am going to pause for a second and I am going to dry these real quick. All right, I am back. And what I went ahead and I did is, while I was drying them, I decided to go ahead and take a little bit more impasto, and I did a different stencil over the top of this Stompy Rocks one. It's hard to see. It's just really light. And my lighting in here, I had such good lighting earlier, and my camera messed up, and when it did, I had almost finished videotaping. So anyway, I'm redoing this. All right, so I've got them all done, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my Tattered Angel Color Wash Tints. I have all of them but two, one being a whitewash, and the other one was another brown or a coppery color, but they were so close to the other ones I had, I just opted not to get those, and I can make my own whitewash. So anyway, I have those. You can, those are just absolutely wonderful. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to get started here. So I'm going to go ahead and do a wash over these, and what I'm going to do is I am going to take my Purple Rain here, and I am just going to take my paintbrush and just dip it in the bottle. You can do you know, little cups or whatever you want. You know what, that's not going to get it. Hang on a second. I have a bigger brush. I'll be here all day painting that. Be all day doing that one. And so I'm just going to go down and I'm just going to paint. And this is just a plain watercolor paper that's been embossed, and there is no paste on it whatsoever. It's just by itself. And I'm only going to do the one side, just so to save time on the video. And I can always finish the other part later on today when I'm off camera. All right, so I've got that painted with that real quick. And so that's that one we're going to use. And then on this one, I'm gonna do washes on all of them because I'm just like addicted to this stuff, guys. I mean, like literally. And this one I'm going to put on a, actually I am going to put, where did it go? Which one was it? It was a really dark blue one. Did I have it out or something? Blue Lagoon. Blue Lagoon. All right, so I am going to take my paintbrush and I am going to paint that all one color. And at first, that impasto is not going to take the color completely, but it will once it soaks in, and especially when you hit it with a heat gun. And the more layers of color you put on, the more it soaks it up, and it just makes it look fabulous. All right. And so we will put that on there. And see, now you can see the definition more now since I've got that on there. It wasn't just the stark white against the glare from my window and my fluorescent lighting. All right, so we got that, and let's go ahead. Here we've got our Acorn, so I am going to use French Roast. Some of these you have to shake up because there's like a metallic glitter at the bottom, but these specific ones you don't have to, the ones I've pulled out so far. All right, and this one's getting down to the nitty-gritty. And just paint this. Dyeing it all the one color, and it will look better later, I promise. And I'm just going to put a little extra ink on there and let it sit. So I'm going to move that baby up there. And then while that's sitting there, those other ones are sitting, we got our little sun that I did. And let's do that background. We're going to do this mimosa, which I have almost exhausted this one as well. Let's be going and get me some more. And do this. Orange, it's one of my favorite color. Actually, orange is my favorite color. I just don't own a bunch of orange things. I don't own orange clothes. I don't own orange jewelry, or none of my decor is orange. You know, some might have a little bit of orange somewhere along the line, but it's not something that's real noticeable, because I don't know why, even though it's my favorite color. I like it and everything else, but I just don't own any of it. Oh, I do have a beautiful washer that was really made up nice that I got as a gift from PM Artist Studio. That's orange. I love it. All right, let's see here. And then this one here is the one that I did with the Light and Fluffy, and that dries super duper quick. And we are going to do that one in red wine. Red wine. Sound like red rum. Red wine. All right, let's see here. So we'll paint that one up real quick. And I can't wait to see how these are going to turn out. And if they don't turn out right, you just keep messing with it until you can't mess with it no more. I was working on something, a canvas the other night, and I just hated how I had it. And I just kept working and working and working, and eventually I kept adding stuff and going over stuff, and before I knew it, it was like, wow, I really love this. Where at first I thought, oh my god, I gotta trash this. So don't ever give up, guys. Just keep working on what you got, because you just don't know what's going to happen. Okay, and let's see here. So I am going to, I don't know what I'm going to do with that one yet. So let's see, we got the blue wash over this. And let's go ahead and do another color on top of that blue. Let's find something. Let's do this verdigris. Verdigris. And this one I have to shake up because there's a bunch of gold on the bottom because it has the gold in it. And yay, the sun's coming out, guys. It was raining all morning here, and I thought it was going to be a cruddy day all day long, and it wasn't. It's now coming out, so that's a good thing. That makes me very happy. All right, I'm going to grab my other brush. Okay. Make sure I got all the water out of it. I'm just going to tap it in there, and I am just going to take and do the portions that you see that are white, and I'm going to hit it with the verdigris. And maybe a little up in this corner that was white. Just put it wherever you feel like it, and it's either going to turn out good or it's not. That's what I like about mixed media. It's whatever. It's like almost anything goes. And that's how you learn how all the things work. You know, I can't really sit here and tell you every single aspect about, oh, you need to do this, and this is why this does that. It's like I just know it in my head, but to go and explain it to people sometimes, it just doesn't, I guess, flow out like I want it to, but yet I can sit and do it. It's just, it's weird. It's like with painting. I just kind of like do it, and that's that. All right, so I've got that on there. I'm going to put a little bit more because I want it to kind of soak in to that area. And get that coppery going on there with my green verdigris. Or she said verdigris. Verdigris. All right. Put it on through here. No more of that mist. Okay. All right, so I've got that. So I'll let that soak in. And then I'm going to bring my little sun down, and I am going to get, it is called Lemonade. I had it out earlier. And nope, that one does not need shook up, so I don't have to waste any precious time doing that one. Okay. And I am going to go over the little sun with the yellow. And just around in that little circle on the inside. Just there. All right, so I've got that. And do that. And then on my little acorn nut, I'm going to put that one up there. Move that there. This I'm going to, don't know what I'm doing with it yet. It'll come to me before the video's over. All right, here I want to do a coppery color. So let's do, let's do copper, shall we? Let's do copper. Copper, copper, copper. And it's a shake up one. This is kind of reminding me of that, I don't know. Oh God, I can't think of the one painting. It's just the colors that I'm seeing. I wish I could remember now what it reminds me of. I can't think of the name of it. Darn it. I hate that. On camera. Can't think of what I want to say. All right. So let's get this. And I'm going to put that on the little acorn and put some of this around over the top of that other color, which was, what was it, like a walnut or something I said? And we are going to get that all good and saturated with that. Put some more on there. All right. All right, and you know what? I kind of like that copper color. I'm gonna put a little copper on this red. I'm just gonna put it on certain dots, like every other dot or circle, whatever you want to call it. And all right, just because I can, and we'll see what it looks like. It might not end up looking like anything. All right, so I've got that, and I just don't know what I want to do with this. It's embossed. I could paint it some. We'll see. I'm still thinking of it. All right, I'm going to pause for a second. I'm going to dry these real quick, and I will be right back. All right, and I am back again. Thank goodness for pause, because otherwise we'd be on here all day, which I wouldn't mind, because I love to craft and talk, and I would love to spend all day with you, but I know there's much more everybody's got to do and lots of channels to watch, because I know there's lots I like. But anyway, okay, while I was gone, you guys, I had to put some impasto over this. I just couldn't see the detail enough in it where I embossed it, and I thought I'd go ahead and just do that. Otherwise, I probably would have taken this to a jelly plate without the, well, either with or with the impasto. It doesn't make a difference. I'd do it on a jelly plate as well, but I probably would have did it on the jelly plate without putting the impasto on it. And so I just decided to throw a layer on there real quick, just real thin. And I've dried all these, and I think they look really nice so far. I'm not completely done. That's kind of a little rustic, little nutty. Sunshine. This looks like honeycombs. I'm not for sure what that looks like. Maybe like a, I don't know, just design. You tell me what you think it looks like. All right, so I'm going to put up those washes. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is, then I want to show you this too. This is really cool. On these washes, what you can do is, I don't know what you guys know how to do paint pours, but a lot of times you do a paint pour and you use a canvas and you pour your prepared paint down, and then you just sit there and move the canvas around and everything flows everywhere really nicely. Well, that's what you can kind of do in the cracks of these with the different stencil paste, and then just kind of move it around and kind of maneuver it like that, which is kind of fun to do. So anyway, with the purple, let's see, what should we do on it? Let's do, I don't know what I want to put on it now. I don't know, I don't want to use that again. I want to use something different. I guess we could do, I didn't use the patina, but, or did I? No, I used the dark blue on the one. Let's use a little of the patina on it real quick, because as soon as we finish these, we'll be done. And this one does have to be shook up too. There's goodies on the bottom. Oh, great. And Amazon is here, guys. Amazon is here. Amazon is here. And they are pulling up in front of my house, which is awesome because I have something coming. A couple of things, actually. I've got a new drinking glass, like a Yeti type thing, only it has got the Starry Night on it. The famous painting Starry Night by Van Gogh. Yeah, it's got it on it, and I can't wait to get it. And I also have something else coming too, and I can't think of what it is. But anyway, I'm just going to do a quick patina over this, and we're going to see what happens to it, just for fun and because we can. And if it gets messed up, you just fix it, right? Okay, so I'll let that sit on there for a second, and then let's see, do I want to add anything else to this one? Let's see here. I already did that copper. Let's do let's do some pewter. I haven't even used the pewter yet. Let's do that. That's looking pretty cool. This one I'm almost wanting to call done. I like it, and very little to do to those two yet. Just kind of squirreling around, going from one to the other, working each one little by little, little by little. All right, let's do some of this on here. And we'll do, actually, I'm just going to paint it right over the top of it, and we'll see what it does. Leave some of the edges. I have no idea what it's going to do. Well, we're going to find out, right? We're going to see if it's going to completely kill the kill the red, and then I'm going to do just a little bit of pewter on my little nut thing here, and around some of the edges here. We'll see what it dries like. All right, so we'll do that. Alright, these two are ready for paint. These three need dried again, so I am going to use my trusty heat embossing gun, and I will be right back again. So I am back, and I'm going to show you what I ended up with here. Yes, the pewter did overpower my red, but that's alright, because we're going to do just a little bit of paint job on it and see if we can't fix that one up. This one is pretty near done. I'm going to do a little bit of highlighting on it. This one I thought I turned out really cool. It kind of reminds me of an acorn, you know, just it's been laying around for a long time. If you can see it, it's just so hard to get the right angle. There we go. I just thought that one turned out really well. I like that. It just, I can see it great, but I don't know how it looks in the camera to you. It looks great up close though. All right, and then I'm going to do some highlighting to that. This is the patina dried over, I think it was the red wine I used. And I think that's pretty. All right, so let's just go over these a little bit and get some colors out and see if we can't make these pop just a little more, and then we're going to call it a day as far as on the camera goes. All right, so on this one here, I think I already had it out, and I did. There is a little bit of metallic blue, and I'm going to go around and I am going to hit a few spots to kind of try to make it pop even more. And I'm going to put the dot right in the same spot I had before on my palette pad. And I'm going to take one of my thinner paint brushes and take that and get in there. Oops, too much water. And get in there and do just a little bit of highlighting in just different spots. And you know, like I said, you just kind of have, I just eyeball it. I mean, it's kind of like measuring things too. I don't measure. I don't like to measure. I don't measure well. I just am not good at it. So I just kind of like just eyeball it, and it's just whatever I feel like it looks good enough and it's enough, then that's going to be it. All right, just a few little lines here and there. Try to make it pop a little more. And it looks like there and there. I'm going to throw some. And over here on this side, kind of like almost just going around all the edges of the spots for the most part. Maybe a little bit on the corners. Hit those a little bit. So yeah, just a little bit of shading. Oops, I didn't mean to get that there, but I did. And this, I didn't have a bunch of stencil down here, so I want to kind of try to put a little bit more color down here, and I'm going to go over it with a distress pad too, so one of my oxides. Let's see here. So maybe I do these little tick marks, and I sound like I'm talking to myself, and I guess I kind of am. I'm talking to you and to myself. All right. Highlight some of those little lines that were in there. Make it look like a little tic-tac-toe. All right. Since there wasn't a lot down there, I wanted to kind of make it look like there was a lot more down there than what there was. Okay, and let's see here. Come out with that. Anywhere else I want to put it. And it's good too if you turn it, because if you turn it, then you're going to see something different that you wouldn't have seen otherwise, and think that, oh yeah, I need to put something there as well. And which I did. Let's see a few things that I wanted to do. You know, this kind of reminds me of like just little pieces of land and then rivers running through it, like little things of water all around. Just little kind of blips here and there. Let's see here. Okay, and there. Here. Let's see here. Just run it along that line a little bit. I didn't want it that dark. Oh well. And a little bit through here. I'm trying to think if that looks good enough to me. I just feel like it's still not quite right. So, add a little bit more to it. I just felt like it's just not there yet. All right, let's see here. Right here. It's very lightly through there. I don't want a lot. All right. That. That. Where you did that. All right. So I think I'm about done. About there, guys. About there. All right. So I will dry that one up and see what you... Well, dang it. I'm telling you, I keep seeing a spot. Every time I turn around, there's like one I didn't like. Just a little more. And a little more. All right, I'm going to leave it. And then we'll do some distressing on it here in a minute. We're going to fix up these other ones real quick. All right, so then this one here. God, I don't even know what I want to do to that one either. This one's just been my problem child the whole time. So we're going to do it last. I'm going to bring up my little guy here. And I am going to outline him in this color shift paint. And see, and if you hear like little snorts and noises and stuff in the background, it's probably my dog. She makes lots of little itty bitty noises. She's a little itty bitty terrier, Westie. All right, and I'm going to outline my acorn in this and try to get him to pop back off the page again, because even, I mean, I can see it. It's popped off of it really good right up close, but on the camera for some reason it just doesn't look like it to me. And I kind of wanted it to like really show up and you'd be like, oh wow. Okay, let's see, is that, yeah, it's starting to kind of come on a little bit more. A little bit more. If I don't get my arm in the way here. Yeah, being left-handed, you get your arm in paint, you get your hand, and you get paint on you more than you do if you're right-handed. And that is hard not to do. Okay. And I think, oh, he's looking good. Look at that. He's really popping now. He's really popping now. I can see him. Hopefully you guys can see him better, but I know I can. It's just really helping. A little bit more. Shade there. Shading there. Right on the edge of him. Okay. I think that you can see him better. I think you can. Can you tell he's an acorn? It's just like, I don't know if I got him too dark now or what. Maybe when I dry him up. But yeah. All right. So, and then I am going to add a little bit of, let's see here. I'm just going to do something silly. I'm going to outline this in this really weird lime green. Because why not, right? I don't know why. I just feel like it. I just seen it sitting there on the palette. I used it earlier and it looked kind of lonely now. And I'm just going to throw it down. All right. I'm just trying to get that, anything to make it pop more again, like it had been before I got it so dark. Let's see if I can put a little green around it. A little bit of shading and see if that makes a difference at all. Okay. Let's see. Did I do anything? Well, I can see him. What do you think, guys? I think it looks like one. I can see it really good. It's just, you have to be up closer. It's just, I don't think I'm going to get it to do any better than it is already. Unless I keep messing with it, but then I could be on here all day with you guys. So, all right. And let's go ahead. And I am going to put some pearl yellow on my sun. Some of these paints, you just got to really like beat the heck out of them to get them to work. All right. It's just kind of like goofy. Goofy. All right. Just mix it up a little bit. Okay. So we're going to go over the sun part in the middle. And I'm going to do some shimmering around the corners as well. And then we'll dry it. I'm just picking up a little bit of the yellow, just throwing it on there. Okay. So we got that shimmery on there. And I have no idea what to do with this red one either. Let's see here. Let's do this shiny one here. Yeah, when I put that on that, I really kind of ruined that one. So this is an example of what I didn't want to do. And now I'm having to take to going back over it. But like I said, sometimes when you go back over it and you're mixing other colors with another color, it turns out better than you think it would. So I am trying my darndest to have it come out better and brighten it up. Okay. All right, so we do that. And I've brightened it up a bit. We're going to dry it, so it's going to make a big difference when you see it again. Okay, and then this one here. Let's see here. Let's do another metallic. I'm going to do this Raspberry Flash metallic on this one, and we're going to see how it turns out. Okay, so I'm going to use my littlest brush again and just go in and do some lines. Got my Kindle in the background dinging. Notifications all the time. All right, and right there. This is very abstract. Very, very abstract. I'm just basically tracing these lines as best I can. Let's see here. In the circles. The freehand stuff isn't all that easy sometimes. And I'm liking this much better too. See, the more you play with it, the better it gets. All right. Wow. Should have turned that thing off and get on my nerves. Dinging all the time. All right, and that way. Almost done outlining all this, so and I like abstract. I think abstract is cool. So many different designs look so neat with each other that you wouldn't think would, and then they just work. Just work. Okay. And I'm almost done. Just a couple more. Look at that. See? Almost done. Almost done. There we go. And then I can let that one dry. Oop. It has to go all the way across. I missed part of it. Alright, so we'll let that dry, and then I'm going to come back in, and I have that paint on there. So what I'm going to do is, since I did ruin that, I'm going to come back in with my red wine again, and I'm going to make that thing pop if it kills me. And then we're going to dry them and distress them, and then we should be good. We should be good. I'm just going to do some just random strokes of this red wine on here. And I'm just going to let it go wherever it wants when I go to dry it. And we will see what happens when I come back on it. All right, so I think we are done, other than let these dry. So for the last time, I'm going to do a little bit of blow drying. I will be back. We'll distress them and we'll call them done, and we'll see what they look like. All right, I am back, and I've got them all dry. And so this one turned out better than I thought it was going to. There's my little acorn. Like I said, he's hard to see. I don't know if I can get him at an angle. I think that's probably the best it's going to get. Might look like something else to you. Who knows? Anyway, it would make a cute little tuck spot on a page in a nature journal. I could probably play with it some more. This one, I really wanted to bake in the color. So what I did is I just held the heat gun really close to it. I made it bubble up. And just really have that paint and that stuff soak in there really good. And so it just gave it some more texture. So I'm pretty happy with that one. And then the sun one with the shiny on it. And I'm going to distress all these too. This reminds me of just pieces of land and bodies of water. And then, of course, oops. Then this one here that I outlined. So let's go ahead and distress them real quick. And we will, I think we're going to call them done. It's been almost an hour, so let's get it done here. And I very seldom ever use one of these. I just grab it and start slapping it on there. It's just that eyeballing thing again. And this is a broken china that I'm putting over the outside of it just to make it pop even more. And I know that it will. And then once I get a tie in it and that too, it'll look even that much better. So I really like that one. Really, really like that one a lot. Okay. So then let's see here. Let's use a little bit of broken china on this and see what it does. Because this one still seems kind of dull to me. It's a neat pattern. I really don't have anything exceptional on it as far as I am concerned. Oh, that's making it much better than it was. So maybe if I kind of like just run that all along there. And I'm going to do one other thing too to it. All right, so I added that to it. Oh yeah, that makes it much better of a difference. Running some of that on there, and I'll have to seal these as well. All right, and I think I'm going to throw some aged mahogany on it as well and see what that does. That might be a mistake. Let's see here. I think that might have been a mistake. Let's see here. Let me see what it looks like down there. Yeah, that was a mistake. So, you know what? You know what to do, right? You go back over it on the places I hit it with that. You don't want that there no more. So we're going to fix it. Oh, yeah. I love it. I love that one, too, now. It's much, much, much better. I love it. Okay, I'm good with that one. All right, so we got that one done, and we got that one done. And I'm afraid to touch these lighter ones because my hands are like filthy. All right, so we're calling those done, right? Our little ocean body one and our little geometric one. And let's see him. Oh, God, he's this poor guy here. I'm going to use some fossilized amber on him. Let's see if I can hit it just right to help him a little bit, because he just needs help. He just needed help. Oh, I think I might have figured out what to do with it. Oh, yeah. Much better. What do you guys think? I can tell what he is a little bit better now with a little bit of that gold on him. Let me get his little tip of his little hat there. What do you think? I think I can see it much better. I don't know if you can, but I can definitely tell it much better now. Love it. Love it now. See what happens? You just add a little bit of extra shine to it, and all is right with the world. Alrighty. And I add a little bit to that. He's just like plain orange and yellow, isn't he? Let's see here. We're just gonna, I don't want to get in and have to get my other colors out, so I'm going to try, and I really think that's a bad idea on that one. See, bad idea. Let me go around with a little bit of the brown. On just the edges. And see if I can't bring out some more of that embossing that was there, that you could see earlier before I totally diluted it with yellow and orange. Let's see if I can do it without messing it up. And I could probably go back and hit it with like a gold pen too. Yeah. Oh, that looks much better. See? Yay. Oh, I feel so much better. I was like looking, I was really getting worried. I'm like, these things just are not looking like I want them to look. So, and I'm going to go ahead and distress this one, and we are really going to call it done, because I am extremely happy with how these ended up turning out. And I've got some new stuff to play with for my journals, and I am super excited about that. Very, very excited. All right. All right. Yes, I am excited about that one too. All right. See how just a little bit of extra work pays off in the end. So these are the ones that I did with you guys, and I'm sorry that it took so long, but you know, it's creating, and it is what it is, and it takes as long as it takes. So I hope you enjoyed watching. And if you're new, please subscribe, hit the bell. I would truly appreciate it. Love to have you with me. And on that note, happy crafting, stay safe, and we are exactly at 59 minutes and 7 seconds. All right, you guys, happy crafting, and I will catch you guys later. Have fun. See you soon.